We back, and this is the day 2 of the grand finals. Of course, none other than the PUBG Mobile Professional League Malaysia-Singapore 2020, brought to you by PUBG Corporation, Tencent Games, as well as Lightspeed and Quantum Studios. Every one of you are watching this on Facebook Gaming, together with us, Sir Cloud, as well as the pretty, magnificent, amazing Choo Choo.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm so touched. Thanks to my mom and dad, but never mind that. Before that, a little bit of PSA reminder for you guys. Don't forget to sanitize your hand. Wear a mask if you ever need to go out, but don't go out. Just stay indoors and stay safe. Keep that distance away from every human being possible. 1 meters away whenever you need to. But please just stay indoors. Watch PMPL because we're already heading on this second day here for the grand finals, which the first official match gonna be in Vikendi.
Yes, correct. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you missed out on this information yesterday, you may notice that the RGBs on the side of Choo Choo have changed colors. So it will follow the theme of the map as well. So being the icy cold map, of course, the blue color it will be, and it will change as we switch to other maps as well throughout the day. So it's going to be really exciting. This is of course the first official match for the grand finals, day number 2. There are a couple of teams here who really need a really big start here. So, well, we will see in this game, will they do the business?
Yep, and for those actually wanting to watch the BM stream or got lost and translations here, do look at the pin comment section below. Siapa yang cari komentari ataupun stream bahasa Melayu, tengok pada pin comment, okay? So there you go. And if you guys want to see what map will be playing on the BM feed, based on the color of RGB and on that his glasses again, on the go glasses, he's wearing that really cool swagging sunglasses or shades. I don't know what it is actually. But based on that color, you guys will know, just like my RGB, which map is going to be. Blue will be Vikendi, green going to be Sanhok, red going to be Erangel, while yellowish going to be Miramar. So, which speaking, yesterday when it comes to Vikendi, you do get that chicken dinner for themselves. Will it be another Yoodo chicken, or will it be a final Bigetron who used to be king of Vikendi on the first week, apparently fallen off the throne? Will get them that title again.
Yeah, it's going to be tough here because yesterday we didn't see Bigetron actually do particularly well, to be honest. So they've fallen themselves on the page too. So a lot of catching up for Bigetron as well. Yoodo Gank being one of the premier teams, a lot of expectation from their fans to actually do well. One chicken dinner yesterday, that's great, but they need more of that because, well, of course, fans of Yoodo Gank, they expect none, no less than the championship itself. So if they want to do that, they want to catch up with the other teams, ketchup, salt, pepper, and everything else, they really need to get lots of chicken dinners today.
Like we said before, Team Secret already set the bar quite high for the first day themselves. So if you guys, the supporters of certain teams, give this support and shower them with your love with positive, hopefully positive comments. But yeah, the toxic one is fun to read too. It's very entertaining. Give your support towards the team because they have to at least minimum got themselves 2 chicken dinner in a day to get themselves that number 1 or secure themselves that top 3 spot here. We're talking about getting 3 digits is one thing, getting more than 2 chicken dinner, and getting 30-ish kills minimum for today for overall standings. So that's the bar that they have to reach by all these players here.
Yeah, absolutely. And those teams who are on page 2, if they really want to go for it, they need maybe 3 chicken dinners or maybe even 4 to really break through. So it's going to be a tall order for them. Imagine 4 out of 6 games. That's like, well, it's doable though, because we have seen Yoodo Gank actually gotten themselves 3 chicken dinners in a day, 3 or 4 chicken dinners in a day towards the end of the week. So it is possible. It's a tall order, but if you want to get the championship, you have to beat the best of the best.
But that's the thing, we're not on a marathon anymore. We're not on 3 weeks tournament, which is going to be followed down on 3 days sprinting as fast as you can for the grand finals here. Which if you don't have that footings right on time, or if you don't jump into the game straight, just like any other teams did, especially when it comes to secret, they are really good when it comes giving off the first impression on the first day, but can they keep up for the next 2 days? Already widening a lot of gap there with 100 over marks, and only on the first day itself. While the other teams, we're talking about the one that catching up really late, those actually on second page here, to just close the gap a little bit more than what it is right now. We're talking about the teams that actually are on the bottom 16. If they don't do anything today, if they are being complacent, they cannot catch up for the final day. Including here is Bapak Ah, which a lot of people questioning where are they right now.
Yeah, it's a lot of question here. I think based on how we've seen Bapak Ah perform yesterday, it's a lot of whatever tactics that they deployed from the league, especially from week one, that made them really successful. It felt like they keep doing it again yesterday. That's why a lot of teams already know, okay, this is your drop point, this is your rotation, it's predictable. That's why when they want to try to get into the zone, they always bump into other teams. So hopefully today, if they can just totally revamp everything. They can just revamp their drop points, just make it unpredictable, revamp their rotation. Maybe they're used to rotating up, north, and now just rotate south, something like that. Just do something totally different, because that's what they need. They really need that refresh. Just like what last Survivor did yesterday that earned them the chicken dinner.
And then those who actually got themselves chicken dinner cannot be comfortable for the second day. We're talking about getting as much point as they can and widen up the gap here, including catching up to number one spot, who will get themselves reserved in the global tournaments coming up, which is going to be very soon. But then who do you think, personally, who do you think can get a chance to push themselves at top 3 for the grand finals here, Cloud?
So my prediction in no particular order would probably be Yoodo Gank. Yep, I can sense now the fans of Yoodo Gank with woohoo. And then Team Secret, yeah, imagine this arena, 2 million people watching live, and okay, everyone's going woohoo as well. And my one more prediction would be Team No Recoil breaking into the top 3. What about yours, Choo Choo?
I don't want to jinx any team.
I just have to put you on, like, you have to say something as well.
Well, if based on the current state of being, chances will be Team No Recoil getting into the top 3. Based on their performance, getting themselves consistently top 5 and racking up all the kills by Stewart, especially getting almost 20 kills just yesterday, 19 kills to be exact. If they keep this consistency, if they keep on playing this aggressive, they might just get themselves that slot too. And Team No Recoil is one of the teams that actually kind of being underestimated for some time now. But we will walk into our first official match here, which gonna be Vikendi. Look at that map on that rock, pretty magnificent. If you guys kind of forget how it looks like, you can just overround that rock here. And here we go, feasting our eyes on the featured players here, Cloud.
Feature players, of course, still at 9k. iShots, Atai 10k, as well as Maisel. Just look at this, still at 9k, 19 total kills. iShots not too far behind with 16, but just look at this as well. Total damage 3k versus iShots 3.2k. A little bit different there. That means Stewart have been finishing off a lot, but he has been taking a lot of damage as well. Total heals almost double the side of iShot. So good stats there from our stats guy in production. Thank you so much for that amazing stats all the time that comes out. So this flight path, Choo Choo, is this a beautiful flight path?
No.
Okay, I was about to do my pickup line, but that didn't happen. But never mind. We'll have multiple maps to come.
Well, obviously, it's kind of lopsided towards the southern side, but that circle is not that far within their reach. Those actually dropping from the north. We're talking about ports above over coal mines. Some even love to drop Cosmodrome. We'll have a long run there and have to go down to Dobromir. So this is one of the most famous circle when it comes to Vikendi. Usually, it will end up a little bit down on the southern side of Dobromir, or even between Dobromir and Goroka, or even more Vatra. Okay, chances are these are the pattern of a circle we'll be looking forward to. But sometimes the circle can be very deceiving, just like how yesterday's circle just switched entirely what we predicted. So yep, you cannot rely too much on your predictions sometimes. Resurgence straight away getting EVOS on their knees here. Team No Recoil kind of gets skewed between Last Survival, C9K. Got straight away knocked down. I do wonder what happened just now.
Oh man, I think Stewart have been sent back to the lobby. Oh, it's not looking good for Team No Recoil, especially Stewart, who's the top killer yesterday, but the first one to be sent out. It's not good there, but of course his teammates are as capable, so he will be guiding his team from a different angle as the team captain. Now, N.E.D Brotherhood, all four of them into one car. We all know what happened during the qualifiers, so we don't want that to repeat. Hopefully they can get other vehicles as they continue to loot into other areas and make that rotation.
And I think the reason why they were forced into engagement just now is because that flight path. We do know that flight path will force all the players to drop almost at the same compound. They were forced to share with that kind of a very southern side flight path. So everybody who wants to go, who usually drop on the north, will be forced to drop at least in the middle zone of that map just now, because it's a long hover to just go up to the northern side. But back to N.E.D Brotherhood we go. I think this is around none other than Pishkova or Trevno area. Well, we'll look over Bigetron having a peaceful and quiet looting phase. I don't think they will be contending or contest this compound in a time soon better yet than any other team. Bigetron, one of the teams that not performing well yesterday, but still on the first page so far. Is it do you think they can actually get themselves a top 3 and meeting the siblings across like the Southeast Asian, which is a Bigetron, Red Aliens, or the ones that come from Indonesia?
Meeting their brothers in arms, yeah. Getting the top 3, it's gonna be tough. I think they are one of the teams that, of course, they need a great performance. Maybe something like three chicken dinners or something like that. And at the same time, they also need other teams at the top to actually lose points. So it's gonna be tough.
Okay, but I just heard some information, but we have yet to confirm. I'm gonna update you guys on that. Before that, we're gonna jump over this Resurgence Pro with EVOS VIP across the map. I don't know if there's any. Okay, we're gonna have a remake based on what happened just now. Apparently, there are some bug or maybe some technical issues back then, hence that's what happened to some of the teams that cannot even do anything when they try to drop themselves from their flight path. So we will have a remake. Hiccups sometimes are necessary, it's just something that you cannot stop. Things are happening.
Yeah, I think it was something that, related to Stewart couldn't actually do any action. So unfortunately for that, maybe that's also why that he got killed out pretty early by Ziggs, as we can see earlier. So there will be a remake here, which we will need to be really patient, ladies and gentlemen. So of course, don't go on anywhere yet. And yes, the next remake will be another chance. Again, remakes are also opportunity for teams that so this is pretty much your drop point now, because some teams may change their regular drop points from day 1 to day 2 because of just how the sprint is. You need to be really creative, really fast, right?
Yep, and one more thing, I don't really like that flight path just now because it's really skewed to the southern side. I'm hoping for a balance, maybe cutting vertically between the maps into 2. We haven't got any balanced flight path yet so far, but the circle have been kind yesterday. Well, in case you have to wish for a good flight path in a circle, because you've seen it, if it's not a nice flight path, usually it will be a nice circle. So do you prefer a nice circle or a nice flight path?
Of course, I prefer a nice flight path, and I want an evil circle. Evil circle.
So you have to give it up for one or you won't get the other. So speaking of which, that flight path will have to change, and hopefully the players get themselves prepared for the official match later on. We have to remake, sorry for that, guys. But yeah, there are things that's unavoidable. Okay, there are things that really unavoidable. Even Mother Nature did it work sometimes. And that, something that you cannot stop. That happens. But speaking of which, Vikendi. Who do you think will get the chicken dinner for the first match at least?
Okay, I'd like to see a new team. Maybe a team that needs to rise up above. Maybe a team like Bigetron perhaps, who have been rather strong in Vikendi previously. So hopefully they can get that. Or if not, maybe the rise of Bapak Ah again, getting themselves a chicken dinner. At least get that push, that momentum for today for them to hopefully break into the top 3 again. So probably these 2 teams.
Or even Geek Fam maybe. Geek Fam have been quite lost for the final week, if you remember the tournament itself. But yeah, we're looking over the teams that kind of quiet so far, including FV Unbeatable. We haven't got their footage that much because they kind of one of the teams that being worked up a bit sooner than the rest. So can they actually make it up for their standings here? Speaking of last Survivor, even though they got themselves 1 chicken dinner, but because of the first couple of rounds, they're always being the first to be out too soon into a box. That caused them, that took a toll for the overall standings for that team. So you have to make sure that you're not getting out way too soon since the start of the day till the end. Because if you only did, like, even if Secret, they are right now on number 1, but if in one round they got themselves a little bit sooner out than they expected, we're talking about the bottom 2, 15 and 16th place, it will affect the overall standings quite an impact there. I'm talking about straight going down to 3rd place or maybe even to 5th place. Based on that itself, it will just swap the places for all the teams from 1 to 16th overall.
Yeah, that's definitely true, and we have seen yesterday that that's not possible. That's not impossible with Team Secret as well. There were a couple of games where they actually fell off rather early. I don't remember exactly which games. I think it was like either Erangel, the first Erangel game, or the Vikendi game yesterday, that they actually fall off pretty early, and Team Secret fans start to get a little bit nervous until they come back in that last game in Miramar. So it's really anything can happen. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is the grand finals where you're putting together 16 best of the best teams to each other. So it's really anyone's game again. Everyone comes with the same level of reputation of earning their place in the grand finals. So yep, so teams, even if you're like at the top 3 now, like Yoodo Gank, like Team Secret, like Team No Recoil, you cannot be complacent. Like Chichi always remind all of us, cannot be complacent. You must keep going for that because anyone can take over you at any time. N.E.D Brotherhood is knocking on the door. Axis MPX could be one of the dark horses. Tara, Proyecto X, Resurgence, let's not forget about them. Kings of Online, they could do that comeback as well. So anything can really happen.
That's kind of true. So you cannot be complacent because we're talking about all 60 teams right now are the strongest, and they are actually at their strongest peak performance here. We're talking about the grand finals, the one that actually only got 3 slots for this place for these teams, and they have to get whatever they have on the table, put it out. It's gonna be today. Today is the 2nd day, which means of all 3 days is the middle one. The middle one is the most important because the middle one will make sure the bottom 16 to climb themselves up back into the middle bracket, or will they stay at the bottom? While the middle day, also the 2nd day here, will actually determine if the first top 5 of the standings can be there until the final day. The 2nd day is the judgment day, where we're gonna see if the gap will be widened for from the first place from here, which is Team Secret, or will it be closer by the gap between the team? They will making sure the gap is smaller than it was before by all the teams from down there that just, you know, kind of being woken or just coming up from their slumber, or they just realize that this is the grand finals. They have to do whatever they need to, whatever it takes to win.
Correct, of course, because this is a sprint, right? So even if like you're at the top, you want to widen the gap as much as possible, make it out of reach for any teams. Plus, of course, championing this grand finals, of course, gives you that ticket to the world. So you really want to open up that gap as much as possible. So even if, let's say, towards the end of the day, you have like a 50-point gap tomorrow, whichever team who has that will still want to go for it and want to widen that gap to maybe make it like 100-point up to the last game, because you don't want to be complacent at all, because the points will only be, especially if you're playing in a game, right? You don't really know who gets how many kills and exactly what placement until the end. And then even that as well, you need to calculate that and then put it into that chart that we see at the end. Only then, officially this is who at what stage. So it's really tricky to tell. So that's why you won't be complacent. Even if you think that, oh, I have a 50-point gap, this game I can even if I'm too soon, it's okay. No, it's not that. And I'm very sure top 16 teams, they are professional enough to understand that, to not be complacent, to just go for it. That's why they need to have that mindset. And that's why they're here among the best of the best.
But at the same time, they cannot be too passive. You said not too careful, because that will hold them back from performing, which all the teams out there right now, all the top contenders, are one of the most aggressive teams out there. So they will force you to take a fight. You cannot be too scared or too intimidated by their presence. We're talking about the grand finals. I hope everybody is awake and knock themselves in the head that whatever it is, you have to sacrifice it to make it to the top 3. This is the day they have been fighting for the past 3 weeks. More than that, because we kind of delayed the final week there. So they have been battling this one almost more than a month now. And that preparation, the grinding from the qualifiers up to the tournament league, and now the grand finals, is all down to this day, today. So if they are not putting themselves that idea in their head, it will be too late to realize it's going to be over tomorrow. So they have to wake up right now, making sure that they push whatever they can. Remember, all the teams out there is just the same as the ones that playing you guys, because they eat rice. They are in Malaysia. They pretty much locked down just like how everybody else too. So before that, a good reminder, PSA again, be sure to sanitize your hand, frequently wash them, and take care of your hygiene, take care of your health, and eat good meals, stay indoors, be with your family, watch within the PMPL Grand Finals, Malaysia and Singapore. We're waiting for the remake. I know you guys like, where is the game? Start talking. I know, but we can't stop talking because the game is not starting yet. So we're waiting for Vikendi as the first map to be out very soon. There's a little bit of technical issues back then, so we have to wait for a remake first. At the same time, if you guys kind of got lost here, for those who don't really want to be in English fit, it's okay. We understand. I'm a multilingual person, so I know sometimes some language you want to hear it, some language you're just not familiar with. So I'm gonna change it a bit. Siapa yang cari BM punya feed, ada dekat pin komen bawah. Tengok pin komen tu, baca dan tekan. Mudah je, tekan link dekat pin komen, okay? Thank you so much for those actually supporting us all this while. If you remember Circle, there are some particular individuals that have been supporting English stream all the way since day one.
Yeah, a lot of you out there. It's just sometimes too many for me to mention, but you know who you are. You've been watching the show, watching the channel since day one. So shout out to all of you as well. And of course, there's also another method as well to actually find the BM stream besides the pin. So just for information, everyone. Okay, so I do know that we all do notice that like some people do come and then they want to look for the BM stream, but maybe they have difficulty finding it. Maybe sometimes it's a region setting, right? I do understand that as well. So mungkin kami akan bagi sedikit pengumuman kepada anda. Anda boleh cari dekat PUBG Mobile MY untuk cari bahasa Melayu stream, PUBG Mobile EN untuk bahasa Inggeris stream yang anda semua sedang lihat sekarang ni. Okay, now we are going into the map here, and the flight path pretty similar like just now, just the opposite side.
Man, I was hoping for a different one, but it gives us it's almost the exact same thing again. But here you go. Fair enough. It's still a remake, kind of very similar to the last one. So it's a really fast share for what happened just now. Hopefully things going smooth sailing this time. But here you go. The first official match of Grand Finals PUBG Mobile Professional League. We're down on day 2. game 1 today. Vikendi, that firepower going down to Gendra. Hot Springs will be a hot spot for some of the teams. Hopefully they are not fighting over the same compound, but this time totally switch for the circle will be around Peshkova, and maybe it will end up on Peshkova on top of that. But it's a tricky circle, who knows, maybe just on the outskirts of Vostok as well.
Yeah, it's tricky, especially some teams who need to make it onto the eastern side of the island. So they may find themselves being gatekeeped. We do see XPERT MY. They are heading towards the side. Team No Recoil as well. N.E.D Brotherhood as well as Geek Fam. The rest of them, they will play on the outer side of the circle for the starting. Now, Team Secret, they are going to their usual drop spot, so no big changes there from their team. But Bapak Ah, the team that really needs to rise up from the ashes, like the Phoenix that they could be, they need to perform really, really well in this game. So looking forward to the performance throughout this day. In fact, we see how it goes. Fans of Bapak Ah, cheer on for your team, because I'm pretty sure they will be reading the comments, they will be hearing your cheers.
And Bapak, they have to be safe. I'm talking about being not passive, but more of a conservative play, which means that they have to make sure they are at top 5 before forced engagement here. But they can wipe and flush everybody out. They are one of the best teams when it comes to in the league 3 weeks back then. That they are actually one of the best team when it comes to CQC, middle range, or even long range shot fight. Any kind of fight, they can take it in. But FV here, Matsabu, happens to be alone, a little bit far away from his team, but he's hovering his vision on last survivor here. Moss, Goku, and Zex just trying to loot. At the same time, Matsabu is running rampage onto that field, trying to just get some visualization or maybe even some loot based on the current state here. And NSP kind of low when it comes to getting vest or even a helmet.
Yeah, he's very low right now, so he definitely needs to loot a lot more. He has the all golden shiny micro Uzi. As we all know, micro Uzi throughout this tournament have been the main meta. A lot of teams, if they see a macro Uzi, it's like, okay, I'm looking at gold right now. I just really need to pick that up. And macro Uzi, well, I think if we have an overview of most kills by weapon, probably macro Uzi will be up there, I believe.
Well, yep, micro Uzi, please be in an airdrop next time. But EVOS VIP hovering around this area, I think it's very quiet, but we do have one more team around that corner of the map, if you guys can see, but they won't force it into an engagement so far. So speaking of EVOS VIP, right, I've seen their video interview before. Kuza is one of the most strict, most disciplined players out there, the one who also a father figure for the team. Apparently he's the one who always the earliest to wake up. He wakes them up every morning to train. You have to give it some props here for Kuza. He's very friendly. I personally think he's a very friendly and warm-hearted person as well. He never shy away from saying hello. If you know him, just go up to him and say hello as well, because he's just nice. But here go the circle next here, Cloud.
Yeah, the circle here. Well, I wouldn't say it's an evil circle. I think it's still an okay circle. So far, it's a streak of okay circles in this tournament right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 teams within the circle. So most teams are actually outside, 12 teams to be in fact. So it will be interesting to see how they make that rotation. The Dingoz will have a free pass into the circle. I believe Geek Fam don't look like they'll be gatekeeping for now, but I can't say the same for those right in the middle. Team Secret, Tara, they're really close to each other. But oh, look at this. Talking about close, looks like Guza have been knocked down from afar by Ichao, and Guza being the first one to be sent back to the lobby. And now last survivor, they are fending off this location for themselves. Haikul is behind the stone. Ichao trying to snipe out anyone he can find, but it's not going to be easy to find an angle because multiple angles are covered by the side of EVOS VIP, although they only have 3 team members.
I don't know. Is it just me noticing this? That Kuza is always the first one to be out as well. Maybe he's being the scout for the team. But at the same time, did he overpick or overexpose himself towards the enemy side? On Last Survivor, they're trying to rotate things out. And instead of going for 4-man in, they are actually taking their time to get the idea where are the rest of EVOS VIP there. And Haika already popped that smoke just now. Almost shredded his helmet, but he got straight away punished the moment he stepped out of that structure. Ichong already hovering his crosshair right on top of that. While Goku, the captain of Last Survivor, knocked down as well. Jazz and also Razor, making sure they're tunneling down and taking their hardest shot coming up from Last Survivor here, depending on their captain, they managed to take that one out first. But EVOS VIP couldn't finish the kill. Well, they're gonna go back into a retreat because they are kind of outnumbered by Last Survivor so far.
EVOS VIP looks like they're trying to make a run away for it, and hopefully they don't get sniped out by Last Survivor, and they will have to continue this game on with only Jazz as well as Razor, which is, well, it's a really tough start for EVOS VIP. EVOS VIP, they are just at the edge of page 1, so they really need those points on the board. Bapak Ah looks like they got all vehicles, all for their team, and now they will make that rotation. Passed by Sans, who is all alone, being that scout for his team, just feeding up information back to the Dingoz. And talking about Dingoz, here we have Maisel, another one. The shots do go out onto the side of Bapak Ah, but does not connect enough. Plus, he is alone though, so he don't want to get cornered with wrong reasons. So he got to play this a little bit safe for now.
And Dingoz, they got themselves one chicken dinner yesterday. It was Erangel map, but today we're gonna look at Vikendi, which happens to got themselves Yoodo Gank. So far, nowhere to be seen, but we're gonna jump into ESG. ESG, one of the teams that rising up in the last minute of the final week there. Where did their momentum go to? Because I don't think that we're looking at the same ESG in the final week. Most team kind of, get back to their a bit slow start here on the first day yesterday, and they don't have that much time. We talked this about before, Cloud, that they only have so limited time here, but Biu kind of knocked Chug down to quite a lot of HP. Bombardment after bombardment there, explosion next to his Asia as well. Tara giving so much pressure on that long shot with GTT on X arm. Going to hover around Yuhai next. Biu and also Yuhai trying to take this fight, and the rest of Team Secret coming up from the flanks, including iShot. You can see him just around the corner while Geek Fam already engaged towards ESG, who hovering around, lurking with their own vehicles all over the place.
And now looks like Biu is in trouble. He is bleeding out there. Will his brothers go and save him? It's not going to be easy though. He is out in the open, but Yuhai, he will need to heal up as well. But look at this. Tara, they are not too far away at the same time. Matoi spraying out a couple of shots there on the side of Tara just to keep them in the building. While Biu is bleeding out. Eye shots as well. He is bleeding out as well. Matoi will need to do something here. Eye shots looks like will be the focus for him to save. But now, Lyrian putting a lot of pressure on the side of Team Secret there. Muffin trying to find a different angle, so he's trying to go for it. Maybe going for the flanks there. Link's trying to get closer and closer. They do know they have the numbers now because of the number of knockdown on the side of Team Secret. But looks like Biu have been taken out by Muffin. And now Team Secret have 3 team members left with eye shots being saved by Matoi.
Biu has no way out just now. You look at how they surrounded him with multiple shots. He didn't evade. The moment he healed himself, the Daisy exploded next to him. And the moment he wants to jump out from that one singular tree that he only has that cover with, it's almost impossible. Insomnia's have to. Insomnia just found that one out for a tie. There you go. That's a magnificent kill there, securing this one now and reset himself with that loot he deserved to get. A guy and the rest of the team trying to go for more kills here. We're talking about going after one kill. Now, this is the team that they should be fearful about for most of the teams out there, because Team No Recoil is really not backing down when it comes to getting more kills.
Yep, and now we do see here, looks like ESG, they are also playing with 3 team members. Botax, one of the earlier team members to actually bow out of this round. Okay, so they will need to play this definitely safely. We are still at 16 teams though, so it is minimum points for whoever who drops out of this round for now. Resurgence, on the other hand, looks like they're in a little bit of a sandwich situation. Axis and PX as well as XPERT MY. Lots of X's here, as we can see. They are sandwiching Resurgence for now. But the good news is that all these teams, they are in the circle, so no big pressures for them to make that rotation for now. But like we discussed yesterday, Choo, if you are too stuck on like in this compound for too long, other teams will have the way to the opportunity to loot in other places, and you will end up having minimal loot, especially when you reach towards the later stages of the game. So it's also not good news if you get pinned down in a Mexican standoff like this.
Yep, if you want to fight, be sure to actually got yourself level 3 or minimum level 2 gears all around, because you do know how fast one vest shredded it out itself. Well, if you get attacked, apparently. Bapak Ah with a G260C. This time, they are ready to take up the fight. This time, they are actually the one who rotating to another person's territory, getting damaged quite a huge chunk of HP being taken out there, while 6 going for the flank, but the rest of the team will follow up behind. He's going in as the fragger, while Dammer gonna have to regen and replenish himself for the moment. He Hawks trying to scout things out for the rest of the team. They are taking this by surprise here. 4-2 on the other hand will actually go the other way, but Axis just want to share whatever it is to offer by Bapak Ah, kind of in a sandwich situation. Again, this is not great, but 4-2 just around the corner playing with the walls right now.
Yep, looks like 4-2 have eyes on the side of Bapak. 3CT, now he is in trouble, taking a couple of shots there, but oh no, 4-2, he's so close with it, but Bart cannot do anything. The smokes though is covering him for now. Jenny managed to get the knockdown the Saint for XPERT MY. Dylan taking out Jenny instead, and now Bapak, they're in trouble. Multiple angles there on the side of Bapak. XPERT MY with the close quarters, and Geek Fam with the long range. Bart is the only one behind the wall, but 4-2 does not know he is there. XPERT MY, they are cleaning up Bapak down there, and now Bart is the only team member left to spray through. 4-2 jumps over the wall and knocks down the last team member of Bapak, first one to go out of this round. Oh my goodness, sad moment for Bapak.
They got sandwiched by 3 teams, not less than that. We're talking about Axis, MPX joins in, and XPERT MY happens to be there in the last minute. Geek Fam fighting over this compound, saved by these 2 teams who happen to walk just on the right time and the right track. Also, XPERT MY got themselves really fortunate as well. So Axis and PAX want to fight against Geek Fam, or will they hover around XPERT MY, who just now expose themselves, each of these teams, when they shoot the preemptive pre-fires just now, kind of making sure the other teams around the same compound, making sure that they know there are other teams available around the same vicinity.
Oh man, I'm still like in awe for Bapak. Really, look at this. The team status comes out, confirm that they are the first team to actually bow out. Oh man, it's just so bad for Bapak right now, not starting this off really well. 4-2, he's taking a couple of damages here from the side of XPERT MY. They are exchanging fights here. Romeo as well, applying the bandage while he still can. He has level 3 of everything, but his helmet is pretty much shredded there, as we can see only a quarter life left on his armor helmet. Now QB try to make sure his backs are covered, including He-Hawks as well, because I guess we can see here on our screen that there's actually another team actually lurking. And now moving over to Bigetron versus Team Secret. Team Secret, now they've been pinned back down, while Bigetron, they do have 4 team members. Matoy have been knocked down by another angle. Not looking good for Team Secret.
And now Team Secret, but they always knew how to abuse that kind of circle. But now they are short of men. We're talking about teams slowly crawling themselves into that middle of the circle. Yep, they can play there, but at the same time, it's not really a great place to just stay there. It's kind of a flat area. They have a couple of compounds, probably just really small structures and buildings here. Very few space to play by Yuha, and also what else have left? Mods are really low. Eye shot is there as well. So far, they still have 3 men, but they cannot be too aggressive. We've seen how all the other teams are walking into the same direction where Team Secret is.
Yeah, and Team Secret don't have the numbers, but they have beaten the odds like yesterday, where they fend off with only 3 team members. So they could probably do it again. Now, Team No Recoil, they will be glad to have 4 team members back intact in this round. They do have ESG to deal with if they want to get across this road. But on the left side, look at this. The Dingoz is also lurking. So now just look at the minimap. How the spread of Team No Recoil, they are actually good. They're covering multiple angles there, so they have strategy in place that's actually really nice. Now, Now, this bridge is separating Last Survivor as well as Tara.
And now Tara, speaking of which, we've seen them playing a lot with this bridge here, but this bridge sometimes is the bridge of death. You don't want to overstay yourself. That's a frozen river we're talking about. There's no way for you to swim yourself and submerge into that kind of a cover. It's going to be a frozen ice there, so you have to run on top of it. While Tara waiting for anybody to cross this bridge, both of this team, Last Survivor and Tara, actually bridge camping, but the one who actually gonna cross that is one of this team. Actually, we're talking about either Tara or Last Survivor will cross over. They will be forced to, because the current state of where the circle centralizing on that particular compound won't be this area definitely.
And now just look at this again. Team No Recoil, Dingoz. This is a higher view from what we've seen earlier. So Axis MPX is also on one side for Team No Recoil. Now Team No Recoil, they are spreading out because they do know that there are multiple angles who could close in on them. But so far, all these teams, they are in the circle, so it will still be okay. Just look at the compactness of all the teams on the minimap. Just on the minimap itself, you can see, yes, they are keeping an eye on each other, but there are like 3 teams on that minimap. So with the moment the circle closes, it could be a bloodbath. Now, Resurgence is close by as well. So, oh man, I'm starting to lose count, like how many teams are just so close to each other at this point.
At the same time, now back to Team No Recoil. They are one of the most aggressive team there are out there. But at the same time, they cannot be too aggressive. We're talking about recklessness, kind of caught what you don't want to be in, which is that happened to Bapak Ah before, and now they take one down. Resurgence take one on XPERT MY. They are quite in open field here for XPERT MY. We have Romeo at the back, but at the same time, they are picking more fights here for Resurgence side, nitpicking every single direction possible. I don't know if that's really a good thing. You just attract too much attention towards where you are standing for Resurgence, which is Tara already ready to take up the fight. We have another team on top of that team, No Recoil, right on top of that high ground behind Resurgence right now.
Yeah, so really, teams really starting to converge. But of course, still 15 teams at this point, and the 4th circle, only Bapak Ah, as we know so far, is the only team to have bowed out in this round for now. Now, Resurgence have ESG. Again, these same teams that we have seen earlier, they are really, really close with each other. Only the circle will force them to make a move next, because now they are standing still. You don't want to bow out yet because it's still minimal points in terms of standings right now at 15th place if any of these teams do bow out. So they need to play this really patiently, try to get a good mix of positioning plus kills. So right now, since everyone's on a lockdown in the game, positioning is going to play a big role.
Positioning is the key, and rotation direction is also one of the biggest key that you have to consider, especially if you're a shot caller or the team captain there. But XARM waiting for the right time. Single for Last Survivor here. The one that will wait for it. Happy spraying at Micro Uzi, having a good time against Dingoz. Dingoz happened to be caught up in a very tough spot, but both of these teams will actually stay in the blue and will have to tank for a bit because it will closing in. We're already on to phase 4 with the great migration happens. Everybody will force to leave their current position or their post if they are not inside of the circle. We're talking about including Dingoz, who happen to have to bail for to actually neglect one of their teammates as a sacrificial lamb there. If they already lost, so they cannot lose 4 men. Along the way, they have to pass and cut through so many teams. We're talking about maybe 3 or 4 teams. Will be taken out by April from N.E.D Brotherhood, taking one more. That's really a tough spot for Dingoz. I think that's almost wiped the whole team out. But Team Secret fighting against Axis already, and everybody just making sure they are marking their territories and making sure nobody will easily take it away from them.
Oh, okay, and now looks like the gunfight starting to happen here. Looks like Bigetron, they do have Yoodo Gank to deal with as well. Drax is just keeping an eye on the side of Bigetron. Bigetron still have 14 members, but Boyka have been knocked down from far. But Hydra trying to scout out where Drax is, and now just look at this circle next. Oh, it does still favor Bigetron. Luckily for them, FV is not too far away, as well as Yoodo Gank. The rest of them, they need to make that migration into the circle. Tara just made their way in together with Last Survivor. There is a river separating them as well. So they need to guess here because there's a river here. Will the circle be on the eastern side of the river or on the western side of the river? That will make a big difference as the circle closes in. They really need to make a good guess there. So now looks like Boyka, he has been revived by his teammate. XPERT MY is close by. Axis as well. Teams are restarting to converge. Really, really close. Fifth circle, 14 teams. It's still a lot here.
And it's too much. 14 teams in one small circle. We're talking about fifth phase now, which is going to be closing up further even more. That shrinking of that circle into very particular compound that they will have to focus on. We're talking about now 14 teams is way too much to skirmish themselves into one singular compound, and Luxy crawling himself, proning, looking, hovering over FB, and now EVOS forced to fight. They are trying to take none of the FB, Geek Fam, who tried to force and flush out EVOS VIP, who happens to be in the blue, but Vosa is really a heated up place in a very cold map, but Jazz will be taken down. EVOS VIP don't have enough manpower from the start, and this is not looking great for Razor. He take one down, still managed to defend this one out. He tried to take one more, and he pulled the clutch out, but no way. VIP will force to place himself at 14th spot just now, but Geek Fam, they have to heal himself. They don't have enough time because the blue is taking all the HP they can, and now it's down to Tara versus ESG next.
Oh, will need to clutch it up because he is the only team member for Tara right here. Just on the left side, he needs to make a left turn. Who's space first? Space first, but unfortunately does not connect enough, and Tara will bow out at 13th place. Oh my goodness, and now ESG, they get this compound to themselves. They will start to reset with the smokes from Bravo. Bravo to you for being a hero for ESG.
ESG. Actually trying to best that Team Secret going for Bigetron next. Expert Romeo still going against Team No Recoil, happened to get knocked down. UI taking on Resurgence, and UI finish off the job. Well, Bigetron were looking at Resurgence Voki, but now UI going on Resurgence as well. What is happening? D unleashed UI just now. He's going rampage. The kill fit is just full of UI. And now we're down to Expert Romeo and Lord. They need to pick up Lord. And UI got punished with just too much kills and too much into sticking his nose to other people's business. He got punished it out. But we're down to only top 10 teams here. Axis MPX with 1 play, 3 kills. But having most kill right now, Expert MY is different from what they have to offer today. With Secret leading the kill charts with 6 kills, but View is nowhere to be seen, out very sooner than the rest of the team, but the rest of Team Secret still fighting this one now.
Oh, glad to know that Mato is really close with Yuhai, so the revive could come out here, and Yuhai managed to reset himself with backup, of course, by eye shots with that long range there. We did see that from his positioning earlier, and now just look at this last survivor. They are fighting with ESG. Geek Fam as well. Looks like 2 teams at least onto the side of ESG. Team Secret now trying to reposition themselves. They are playing by the edge of the circle, but just on their flanks, they do have another team to deal with. Bigetron is still there, so Bigetron have eyes on the side of Team Secret. They still have 3 team members. Boyka is the first one from Bigetron to go out, and now Hydra is still trying to keep eyes on the Team Secret, just trying to keep them at bay at this point. And now looks like the circle is really small right here, and it's more towards the eastern side of the river. So hopefully most teams manage to get across, because you don't want to go through that bridge or that river where you will be really exposed. And now look at this, QB, he has been knocked down. So Geek fans taking a lot of fire there on one side, and QB have been finished off by Chong, and now last survivor will need to hold their flanks.
At the same time, they're trying to break the Geek Fam from advancing. But lost survival. Hopefully the circle will favor and then Bigetron taking a lot of XPERT MY side there. Bigetron is rising up from the dead while Yoodo Gank going against N.E.D Samzi and it will be finished off by Jump on that side. Parang really have small HP take. He didn't heal himself just now. NSP managed to clip that pistol shot in the last minute. He didn't pop the tire just now from Parang. He need that vehicle to get to as a get-go. Well, NSP with a micro Uzi long shot. Speaking of which, who needs AWM? Who needs rifles when you can just micro Uzi to get that long shot, get the job done?
Oh yeah, micro Uzi for the win, guys. Who needs anything else? Micro Uzi, there you go. Just NSP just showing how he can use with the long shots with just a red dot there. Almost wanting to demo it again, but no opportunity yet. Now moving over to Hydra, he may have opportunity to show his micro Uzi skills now. Everyone has holding a micro Uzi now, right? And now the circle again will close in, and Bigetron is the only one in the circle for now. They will try to stop Team Secret from coming to the circle, and they do have 1 minute 30 seconds to do that. And now the sprays do go off on Hydra. Does connect a little bit on the side of Yuhai. Yuhai now is on half-life, but Mata is there again to cover him.
And Hydra have only one vehicle to just work with, but so far they are holding to this circle. We're down to top 5 here, including FP. I'm bit of a fling around that corner. Look at that spray coming from Hydra. Beautiful, but it will not clip. Eye shot from that distance. Coming up from Mata M416, trying to get the sprays on and switch to AKM. Thinking of switching it to Micro Uzi at the same time. The Yoodo Gank, they will be raining bullets and also showered with none of them bombardments coming up from so many teams, including AV. We just pop that smoke, maybe try to advance next. Only split left for the team right now. AV, how can they just prolong and make sure that they survive till the top 3 here? While you do, just now we saw Manparang got knocked down but saved by the team. Still 4 men, but they clipped and shredded most of their gears here. We're talking about that helmet with a couple of more bullets to just shred it away, and there will be no more vests or even gears at that point. But UI caught up in between Bigetron. While we're looking at Last Survivor creeping in from behind, Yoodo Gank tried to advance bit by bit while Sleep trying to stay this one quiet.
Oh, hopefully doesn't sleep outside in the blue zone. Not a good place to sleep there, but look at this. Manparang getting a knockout on Ziggs, and Last Survivor Ichong as well, and Mosgoku as well being taken out by eye shots. The kill feed is just going wild and not looking good for Last Survivor. They will bow out at 5th place, and Manparang now, they are somewhat within the circle, just playing by the edge there, so they are okay if they want to advance further. They just need to get that right timing now. The circle is closing in at this point as we speak. Sleep is still sleeping on the outer side of the circle. That could be his last go. Maybe he will just try to tank it out here. If he move anything forward, he will give points to any other team. Now he does have 4 first aids there. I'm sure he's waiting to use it, and there you go. Sleep will tank it all out and try to get as high as the position as possible.
The healing games on FV's side. Well, we're down to 4 teams. Can he actually get himself at top 3? Kind of a hard shot or long shot there, because these teams, the top 3 contenders going for the circle here, have more than 2 men on their side, minimum at 3. Well, looking over in Bigetron, Team Secret, and also Yoodo Gank. All 3 best teams out there trying to get this chicken dinner for thank you. Mata got clipped and punished the moment he overpaid himself. Almost depleted helmet and also vest at the point. He's switching down to M416 now. And now looking over the cross and not aiming anything to cover. Yoodo Gank is being forced to fight against Bigetron as well. It's a 3-way war. And now we're looking at FB. Plays himself at 4th place. Straight up with a micro Uzi. Trying to work around the corners against Hydra. He will try to get a kill, but he got shifted away, knocked down there. Jumper going in as well. And now Yoodo Manparang, how he can cope into this, because Team Secret try to stay quiet for us now. Manparang got forced out from that vehicle away, and he will go take cover. At the same time, Manparang try to cover the angle on the side, while the rest of the team kind of in a severe critical condition. We're talking about Yuha giving a lot of pressure. Also, Bigetron on the side of the Yoodo Gank. They are sandwiched for now.
Oh, now all teams are out in the open. Hydra managed to get the knockdown and KO on Jumper, and now Manparang as well. So looks like Yoodo Gank have bowed down at 3rd place. Now it is Bigetron versus Team Secret. Bigetron, it is 3-on-3 matchup here, ladies and gentlemen. And we do see a Matai been knocked down here. iShots as well, trying to find a different angle. And now looks like Yuhai will need to. Oh, I'm not sure if Yuhai is still in this, but looks like we can see now on the map now. Matoy as well. Yuhai is still in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Matoy, he is bleeding out. iShots trying to get a different angle here, try to advance further, but Yuhai trying to get the flanks as well. It is 3-on-2. Matoy is now bleeding out, and I don't think they can save it. And now Rocky as well had been knocked out. It's a 2-on-2 matchup. He tries to Sully. What can they do here? Yuhai had been knocked out, and look at this. Winner, chicken dinner towards Bigetron!
Wow, that was a really close game. It's anybody's game. Yoodo Gank, Bigetron, and Team Secret. This is the best game we've casted so far. All the top contenders trying to get that one particular first game chicken dinner, because that's the most important one for today. That will give them a lot of momentum and morale boost for these teams. Bigetron will not sit it quite for the second day. We're talking about straight away off the bat, get himself a first chicken dinner in Vikendi.
Hey, and talking about the casters, cause I think I'm getting pretty good at this. No, I did say Bigetron is one of those teams, right? So, okay, I'm feeling good myself today. I'm feeling good. So, which team do you want me to mention next? I just say it. But then again, congratulations to Bigetron. Definitely well deserved, and they definitely need that as well, because they were on page 2 yesterday towards the end of the overall standings. So this will give them a really good boost. We could probably see them on page 1. We'll need to wait and see. But of course, fans of Bigetron out there, I'm sure everyone's reading a sigh of relief to finally see their team getting off to a good start, especially today.
But they need more than just one chicken dinner, which means Bigetron, even though they got themselves number 1 for now and quite a volume of kills too, but do remind yourself that Team Secret again got themselves a top 3 there, which means they are kill volume and also their position points kind of maintain themselves at number 1 right now. If only Team Secret will be the first one to be out, that will change a lot in terms of the standings. But for now, Secret is really consistent, staying at the top 3. Yoodo Gank almost doing the same thing too. We're talking about the top contenders trying to get themselves a top 3, and Bigetron cannot slack off even though they got themselves one chicken dinner. They have to get it multiple times in a day. If it's not today, it's gonna be tomorrow, but tomorrow will be kind of hard when everything falls onto chances, and you have to drop every bomb there is for tomorrow. You don't want to put yourself onto that pressure, really desperate moment. So today is the day they need to just revamp more, improvise, and take back what they have been lost yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the day if those teams want to do it, and Bigetron again showing that they can do it. Team No Recoil though, I'm not sure at which stage or what placement did they end themselves at, but doesn't feel like they made the top 5. I think it doesn't feel that, but of course we'll see later in the overall standings how that affects their placement. They were second towards the end of yesterday, so later once the calculation comes up, of course we will see. But of course before that, as usual, we will go into the highlights really soon to relieve the moment. And of course, for all of you who just joined us, thank you and welcome for joining. Where have you been? You just missed the first action game, the actual game, and of course you did miss a very exciting pan fight during the scrim match. So even the scrim match, you don't want to miss this. Of course, be here, be on time, 12 p.m. ladies and gentlemen.
Especially the scrim match, because there's only one scrim match in a day, which is gonna be tomorrow for the finals. Grand finals, the last day tomorrow. So be sure to stay tuned sharp at 12. Watch the live in your house, indoors, not going out with your family for the PMPL Grand Finals. Will close its curtains for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last day. Do shout out for your teams that you supporting in the comment section, because they will be reading. That boosts their morale, and that might as well, contribute to their victory next.
Yes, and I do know for sure that iShots do read and the comments, actually watch the stream. Of course, later on when everything's over and he has free time. So I just one of them who's watching. I do know that. So of course, Team Secret fans, you want to give your moral support onto the comment section. But let's move on to the highlights to relieve back this chicken dinner moment, the first in the grand final for Bigetron.
Yep, it was a very fair enough. Remake, just another flight path, kind of almost the same, but the circle is a totally different game this time. EVOS VIP kind of lost their man, one of the most earliest one to force initiate into a fight, while last survivor trying to get one team whole wipe, but luckily enough they managed to stay as two men until the middle game there. But Team No Recoil planning things out for N.E.D is not a pleasant moment for Atai, but I can say you that Amson's kind of having a great day and great time there.
But look at this fight. This is where Bapak Ah is the first to bow out. One of them was really fun. I understand that there's a scouting moment there, but then again, being trapped in between multiple teams, I believe it's again coming down to their rotation. It's just predictable by some of the teams. So unfortunately for Bapak Ah, again, it's a rotation they need to fix, and they've been sandwiched at the moment they don't want to.
And now, EVOS VIP, they always just kind of always an unfortunate situation. They have to just be forced into a fight when they have nothing, and at the same time they're really low on HP, not enough manpower, have to be close by the blue. While the last few circles we're looking over, Mamparan got clipped with that pixel shot coming up from last survivor. If I'm not mistaken, he's using a micro Uzi with a red dot at that. From that distance, you have to give props to NSP. They kind of really long shot with a micro Uzi.
Not only that, he was tapping away, and we do know Micro Z have one of the highest firing rates. So to tap away like that, oh man, that is just like flexing his fingers like really well. So that's actually good athletic play, I can say. And now Yoodo Gank here, we can see they were trying to get into the circle. They got into the circle, but unfortunately they just have Bigetron on their flank, so it makes it really hard for them when they want to move to the 8th circle. That really was tough for them, but they have to settle for 3rd place instead. And Bigetron, of course, holding on to this terrain really well and getting themselves their first chicken dinner. Congratulations again to Bigetron.
Now the hovering around standing, still number 1. I talked about this before, but this time Team Secret got themselves 130.56 kills, the most volume so far. Yoodo Gank climbing up, switching with Team No Recoil with 34 kills, but a lot of positioning points, hitting the 3 digits as 102. While Team No Recoil kind of got caught in a really sticky position in the early game. 44 kills still, but 95 still not breaking the 3 digits yet. N.E.D Brotherhood still and stagnant at 4th place yet, 33 kills with 78 points.
And moving on to 5th place, Bigetron moving way up, six spots up in fact. 34 kills, 71 points. Dingoz MZ coming up next with 32 kills, 66 points. Axis MPX, 22 kills, 61 points. And last Survivor R2K with very little kills there. 18 kills, 55 points, but still hanging on to page 1. Not too bad, living up to the name of last surviving.
But it's not going to be enough if they want to get themselves representative for Malaysia. We're talking about top 3. Always about the top 3. If it's not the top 3, you have to just struggle for more, especially if you look at Bigetron pushing themselves 6 leather there. That's a lot of jump and a huge leap of faith coming up from Bigetron. But now to the second page, Tara Proyecto X going down 2 ladders with 19 kills, 54 points at 9th place. EVOS VIP, we've seen it, they couldn't get it more worse than this. 10th place with more downing break to 2 letters down there, 18 kills, 50 points. Resurgence on 11th place, 21 kills with 48 points. Geek Fam MY on 12th place, 14 kills, 43 points.
Yes, and follow up by the bottom 4, XPERT MY with 30 kills, 42 points. ESG Gaming, 9 kills, 35 points. FB Unbeatable, 10 kills, 32 points. And oh my goodness, Bapak Ah, 8 kills, 18 points. The team that we saw in the stats earlier today having one of the highest firepower of them all, only 8 kills, not even breaking the 2-digit mark yet, and it's the lowest of them all. ESG Gaming even getting 9, 1 above them. It's a really unusual spot for Bapak Ah.
And now we're gonna jump over to overall stats. Will be still with 9k today, but nope. Bigetron with that chicken dinner with Zully alongside at the second place, 6 kills for Hydra himself, and Zully at 5 kills here. Eye shots still have to squeeze in Secret in 3 kills, 3rd place, while Romeo XPERT MY getting themselves quite a number of kills this time. 4th placement, 3 kill. Same goes for the 5th sticks with 3 kills as well. That's pretty much the same for 4th and 5th, but look at that. Maximum kill distance 268. I think that's the micro Uzi doing its work.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Micro Uzi for the win, guys. And of course, iShots leading the kill charts for Team Secret. It's always we see Yuhai or Mata, but we've been seeing iShots being on the charts more often, at least yesterday and today. So because of that, I'm gonna give a fun fact about iShot. How long has he kept his hair? Take a guess.
Okay, between iShots and Matoy's hair, who has it longer? Will be another Hello Kitty hairband from Matoy. We haven't seen Matoy letting down his hair for some time now. I kind of missed that.
Yeah, I missed that as well. I missed the Hello Kitty as well. But I was going to give an answer for you in the comment section. If you wonder how long iShot has kept his hair, he said he haven't cut his hair for about 2 years.
That makes
There
me
you go,
wonder
fun
how
fact.
long his hair is. I never seen iShot with his hair down. Imagine if he color his hair maybe next season. Even if they make it to the grand finals and got himself a top 3, maybe they can have Team Secret to represent, and maybe then he gonna color his hair. Yep. Hopefully.
I'll ask him to color pink.
No.
You-
No.
Yeah, come on. Like, be different,
But
right? Be
nevertheless,
outstanding.
congratulations to Bigetron. Finally, they got themselves a chicken today. What about that? Yeah, but and the cloud is just lost in translation between there. But yep, since Bigetron has been quiet for the first couple of games, yesterday they definitely bring it up. Their game stepping up their game for this time. So we're looking for their interview later on. But before they cloud, any last word there?
Yep. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, we will hear from the teams themselves, and we will be hearing through the interviews. Take it away, interviewer. You know who will be.
Hello, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Saya baik kah?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so I'm gonna mix a bit of English and also Malay. Hopefully you guys got yourself a good momentum this time. But what happened yesterday for Bigetron? Why is it so different from today? What did you guys change? Kenapa semalam performance korang lain and hari ini nampak macam team yang lain? And apa yang korang dah tukar untuk hari ini?
Semalam teruk sebab awal-awal sebelum game lagi kita orang dah ada sedikit isu lah, dan mental masing-masing tak stabil, kurang rehat apa semua kan. Jadi mental kita orang terjejas lah. Sebab habis game semalam kita orang reset balik, rehat cukup. Alhamdulillah hari ni dapat naik balik sikit lah.
Okay, for the game just now, did you guys expect to get that chicken dinner? And what was the hardest thing you guys have to do to get that chicken dinner? Berdasarkan game tadi, korang expect tak korang dapat chicken dinner tu? And bila korang dah dapat pun, korang rasa apa yang paling susah sebenarnya dalam game tadi?
Memang kita orang expect boleh dapat chicken selalu macam mana? Bila kat Vikendi kita orang rasa macam confident kita orang ada lah. Confident kita orang ada sebab aura, aku tak tahulah dari mana datang aura ni. Kalau kat Vikendi memang kita orang confident kita orang tu memang ada. Dan yang susah tadi bila circle tu lari kat Yoodo, dan kita orang berjaya tumpaskan pertahanan diorang tu.
Okay, last but not least, shouting out for your okay, tak apa.
Walaupun sebelum tu kita orang tengah-tengah di sandwich banyak arah agak, tapi berjaya defend dan tumpaskan pertahanan Yoodo.
Mesti kau marah-marah dia orang. Tapi okay, last but not least, do you have any shout out for your supporters out there, including Malaysia? There's also a lot of Indonesian supporters out there. And do you guys are looking forward for grand finals after this? Who gonna meet over Bigetron on Indonesia side? Ada tak apa-apa kata-kata air untuk korang bisa supporter Malaysia, Indonesia atau mana-mana sekalipun? Dan korang rasa korang akan bertembung tak dengan korang punya tim adik-beradik yang daripada Indonesia juga nanti?
Thank you mana yang dah support kita orang. Walaupun semalam result kita orang teruk, tapi alhamdulillah banyak jugalah, walaupun ada juga yang bagi kecaman, tapi banyak juga yang bagi kata-kata positif untuk naikkan semangat kita orang balik. Thank you so much. Mana yang tak pernah tak pernah putus bagi harapan lah kita orang, walaupun result kita orang teruk ke apa, dia orang tetap sokong. Dan memang kita orang harap sangat yang kita orang boleh lepas untuk ke next stage C final maupun global World League nanti.
Okay, thank you so much. Aliens. Okay, I'll be interested to watch that one. But thank you so much, Boyka. Say hello to Hijra at the back there. Hope you guys can keep the momentum.
Hello.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Okay, salam. Back to the Carter's desk right now. Yeah, there you go. A lot of insight come from. We can see they are really exhausted there. When it comes to this game, what's bringing them down for Bigetron right now is their mental state. But hopefully they can clutch the next game after this.
Yeah, I was partly hoping that there was a tri-language just now with that interview, like added Mandarin as well. But okay, for all of you viewers out there, if you don't know, fun fact, Boyka can also do Mandarin. And in fact, when Chu and Boyka was in the tournament in China, I believe you guys like communicated in Mandarin during that time.
Yeah.
That was a discovery moment, right?
Yeah, and
Fun
then
fact.
he made me cook for that team too. Boyka, well, yeah, hopefully he's cooking for his team. He's a good cook as well. But before that, Bigetron, congratulations again for getting that chicken dinner. You can see how much they really put their effort to just get that one particular chicken dinner that they need in Vikendi. They are most comfortable in Vikendi. And aside from that, all the teams are having a great strain, a great pressure, and a lot of responsibility to actually get themselves to do their best. A lot of sacrifice have been made, including their sleep, including, not interacting with other people, just focusing with their training. Cloud, do you have any last word to throw out here for all the players, even the ones that are watching right now?
Well, it's great to see that these stage 2 people Bigetron making on to page 1. So hopefully this can come up with those surprises for us. But nevertheless, we will take a break before we go on to the next game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back really, really shortly.
Halo, saya Naoki dari tim Geek Fam.
Hello, nama saya Iman Parang daripada tim Yoodo Gank.
Saya Boyka daripada Bigetron AROV.
大家好，我是 Team No Recoil 的 Stone K。
Hello, I'm Kuza from VIP Squad.
Saya Han X daripada Team Bosco.
Ya, saya N.E.D Muhammad.
Hi guys, I'm Chuchu Gaming.
Hello guys, saya Secret Go.
Hi，saya J Hunter。
Hey guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the PMPL. My name's Contra and I am the caster as well as the operations manager for Resurgence. So as you all know that there is a virus spreading around which is the COVID-19. So here are some tips to stay safe during this critical moments.
So langkah yang pertama, korang kena basuh tangan selama 20 saat menggunakan air dan sabun.
Langkah kedua adalah menggunakan hand sanitizer bila anda tidak dapat membasuh tangan.
若没能洗手，可以使用含有酒精成分的消毒剂来洗手。
Nombor 3, elakkan memegang mata, hidung dan mulut korang ketika tangan korang kotor.
Jika batuk dan bersin, tutup mulut dan hidung menggunakan tisu.
Pakai mask jika anda pergi keluar ataupun anda pergi ke tempat yang ramai orang. Jika anda tidak pakai, sememangnya sangat-sangat berbahaya.
Avoid crowded areas and taking public transportation.
Okey, tips dia adalah korang kena minum air, kerap minum air dan makan vitamin dan bersenam setiap hari untuk menguatkan stamina badan.
Jikalau anda berada batuk ataupun bersin, jangan lupa untuk tutup bahagian hidung dan mulut anda supaya orang lain tidak mendapatkan virus tersebut.
Jika anda mengalami demam atau apa-apa kesakitan atau apa-apa jenis kelemahan, pastikan anda berjumpa dengan doktor dengan segera ataupun pakar perubatan. Bermula dengan saya dan juga korang, kita perlu bekerjasama untuk mengelakkan dan menghapuskan virus corona ini ataupun dikenali sebagai COVID-19.
Hello, nama saya Boyka atau lebih dikenali sebagai N.E.D Brotherhood. In-game name saya Boyka tu datangnya daripada ada orang panggil saya Boy, and saya berasal dari Kajang, so jadi Boy Kajang. So dipendekkan jadi Boyka. Tahu tak? Kadang-kadang Boy Kacak. Saya kalau dekat luar agak lebih senang bergaul lah dengan orang. Kalau dalam game saya lebih tegas. Mestilah kena tegas kan. Kita nak yang terbaik untuk tim kita. So agak tegas lah. main PUBG dah agak setahun lebih lah. Daripada season 3 tak silap saya. Saya berhijrah daripada game lain. Sebab game tu dah terlampau banyak hacker, saya tak tahan. So saya pindah ke sini. Dan saya pindah ke game ni, game PUBG. Itulah mulanya rezeki yang korang nampak. Saya nak ucapkan terima kasih dekat keluarga, peminat dan juga semua yang support dah faham jalan cerita saya sepanjang kerjaya saya dekat PUBG ni. Terima kasih sebab tak pernah putus berikan harapan.
维嘎是我目前遇到是一个很好的教练，也是我目前遇到最好的队长。因为我在这个团队里面是脾气比较不好的，然后他会总是教我怎样不要给队友那么多的压力，去带动，就是尽量去带动队伍。他会就是不只是在游戏上会给予我们一些就是责任啊。 他在我们现实生活当中，他会教会我们很多人生道理。对我而言，如果这个队伍没有维嘎的话，就不能继续走下去啊，因为他是这个队伍的核心，也是一个很好的教练，就很像我们的第二个爸爸那样。
哇，你说什么？因为我不明白咩？我也是会讲华语，谢谢你。
Personally Boyka dari in-game saya nampak dia banyak guide kami lah. Seperti masuk circle, strategi dalam game. Dari segi luar game pula dia nampak dia banyak tolong dari segi mental kami. Kalau kami down, koyak ke, bergaduh, dia tolong lah. Kalau leader dengan tim, kami sebagai player mesti ikut in-game leader lah. Apa yang patut dibuat, kalau rasa itu betul, boleh bantu untuk tim buat. Ada sedikit kekurangan lah dalam tim sebab kehilangan in-game leader. Kami jadi kucar kasir.
Personality Boyka, dia orangnya dewasa. Dia mengarahkan anak-anak buat mikir lebih ke depan lah. Boyka kerjasama dengan tim, dia bagus, komunikasinya lancar, mudah dimengerti sama anak-anak juga. Kalau nggak ada Boyka, biasanya saya yang handle buat anak-anak karena saya kadang jadi game leader juga.
Boy bagi kerjasama dalam tim mestilah banyak memberi sokongan latihan yang cukup lah, seperti latihan mental, latihan teamwork semua. Dia memang sebab kita ni macam dalam tim kebanyakan muda lagi. Boy ni dia dah berumur, like dah tua. So dia macam ayah lah kepada tim. Personality dia sebagai macam ayah lah. Sebab kalau kita orang tak ada makanan, dia belikan makanan macam setiap pagi dah tengah hari tu dia akan berikan makanan. And then kalau petang tu dia buat aktiviti. Kalau dekat tempat lama kita ada kolam. Petang-petang kita orang buat aktiviti kat kolam, berenang semua. Macam family lah. Kita orang bukan setakat dalam game je rapat. Luar pun rapat juga. Kalau tak ada Boyka dalam tim, saya rasa agak susah lah. Sebab kita orang ni lemah dalam fizikal, mental lah. Banyaknya
lemah. Lagipun Boyka dah ada pengalaman banyak, experience dalam tournament-tournament dia yang kira paling otai lah. Dah lama juga dia main dalam tournament ni. Tu yang susah. Memang dia kena ada and dia kena ada kawal game. Kalau dia ada dalam game tu, dia akan kawal game, lead game.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to PUBG Mobile Professional League Malaysia and Singapore MYSG 2020 for the first season. And this is brought to you by none other than Tencent Games, PUBG Corporation, also Lightspeed and Quantum Studios. We are watching, and you guys all are watching indoors, where we are looking at live at Facebook Gaming. But before that, props to IU Esports again for that. I really love that bubble. Look at that rendering. Really cool. But here are your casters today. I'm Chichu, and that is incredible. Really, really cool guy swagging over that side of that camera. Sir Cloud.
Oh my goodness! I had to have that shot. That was a really long intro. Okay, I have to top that now. We have to deal with. We have to do this back and forth like in the the rest of today and also tomorrow. So. Okay, it's gonna be tough for me to top that though. Chuchu is getting better at this game. I need to see how. But talking about getting better at games, Bigetron, they have been getting better on their games. Vikendi, their first chicken dinner in the grand final, showing that they have taken back their crown of Kings of Vikendi. Of course, next we are going to Miramar, and we do know a couple of these teams are really good in this map.
Well, particularly when it comes to Team Secret, be sure to actually watch out for them because they took away 2 Miramar chicken dinner by themselves yesterday double chicken dinner on both Miramar maps. So, they had it quite right. If you want to be really strong or really dominating one particular map, it should be either getting onto Erangel or Miramar. Speaking of which, these 2 maps will be the most frequently played throughout this tournament. We're going to have 2 big maps in a day. But before that, congratulations again for Bigetron for the chicken dinner. And yep, we're going to head into Miramar for game 2. Everything's changed for the background. Hopefully, Party or on the go specs is changing the colors too. We're on down to second day for the grand finals here. So can they pick up the pace for most of the teams down there to just claw themselves up towards top 3?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because we have seen at least the first game, a fresh new team has won their chicken dinner. So, well, I would like surprising teams just come out and grabbing their chicken dinners. I like to see that as well. Like maybe some of the teams that there's a lot of teams who haven't gotten their chicken dinner. Especially, I think a lot of eyes we did see in the comment section during the break time. Bapak Ah as well. A lot of fans rooting for them. Hopefully they can do well in this next map because they really need that. Games are starting to run fast. We are down to 11 more games to play right now. And how many points can you get out of this 11 games to get into the top 3? It's going to really be a tough call because a lot of teams in between as well, they are knocking on the door. Mind you, we have, of course, Proyecto X. We do have Access and PX. They are doing not bad as well in the charts.
One more thing, speaking of points, they have to rack it up to break that 3-digit points. We're talking about that's the minimum level of entrance to get that top 3 into the grand finals. You have to at least have triple digits on your side. Speaking of which, all these teams are top contenders. We're talking about all the 16 teams, aside from those actually getting themselves the first to third placement here. We're talking about the teams that are the best of the best for the Malaysian and also Singaporean. But unfortunately, we don't have Singaporean's team today, but it's okay. There's always season 2. But I have to give thanks to all the 24 teams before for that 3 weeks there. If it's not for them, all these teams wouldn't have grown this much. We're talking about 3 weeks tournament just to prep things up for all the players and all the teams that down to the grand finals here today. Speaking of which, Yoodo, Team Secret, and also Bigetron on that last top contenders for Vikendi chicken dinner. That was really one of the best matches that we've seen, and all of if I'm not mistaken, it was all of them 3v3, right?
Yeah, it was 3v3, so it was a really tight match, and it was really hard to predict because the circle wasn't too kind to one team or wasn't too unkind to the other. So it was quite a balanced circle even throughout the end. And even the terrain as well, right? It was quite balanced. Everyone had their own trees, everyone had their own little bit of slopes here and there. So it was a really tough game. It was, can say that the closest game that we have seen so far in the grand final. So a really good quality, plus you pit some of the best teams within each other. So well, there you go. Quality entertainment for all of us as viewers, all of us. Well, we get that. We get that quality gameplay that we look for. So expect that a lot more as we go along throughout the day. Of course, these are top teams that we're talking about. Clutch plays, long range shots, and well, all those crazy 1v4s. Maybe we might see that a lot as we go along the day. So make sure that you continue doing. Don't go anywhere. I do notice that in the chat, some of you just joined in. Welcome as well to the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. But make sure tomorrow you don't want to miss anything being the last day. Set your watches at 12 p.m.
12 noon it is. And before that, again, another PSA, do wash your hand. These players, every single time they finish one game, even when they're resting a bit, they will sanitize your hand. So should you. Be sure to sanitize your hand. Put the mask on whenever you need to go, which you don't even need to go. Just stay out, stay indoors, and just maximum one person to go out and not more than that. It's a lonely world out there, so there's no reason for you to be lonely. Just stay indoors with us. We'll accompany you till the grand final closes its curtains tomorrow. So yeah, we're down to day 2. Speaking of which, those on page 2 need to just step up to their game here. They don't have much time left. Those actually beneath than all the other teams. We're talking about 10th place to the 16th, specifically at the 16th place there. If they don't perform today, including Bapak Ah, if they don't perform today, it will be end for that team. I'm sure that Master Ramen is scratching his head how to get the team, get back on their saddle and not falling off from the wagon.
Yeah, games are running fast, as Chuchu always says. So they have to do it. This game, they have to do it. Vikendi, they didn't do it. They were the first one to bow out, unfortunately. And I don't think they got any kills as well. I'm not too sure about the kills, but they were definitely the first one to bow out in Vikendi. Now, Miramar, it's no negotiation. They have to get tons of kills here. They have to get that chicken dinner. No negotiation for Bapak Ah. It's all down to this game. If it comes down to the following game, which is Erangel, it's going to be really too late for them to get that top 3 spot. So it's now or never. Miramar, they have to do it. Just reset your rotation. Just do something else. Just like what Last Survivor did as we interviewed them yesterday, and just put that risk in. It's all in this next game.
Next game, we can't wait, Miramar. I do love the terrain because I can't wait for the car flips. The final week where we're seeing on the leak in the 3 weeks before for the final week. If you remember, there are a lot of misplays for the final week as well. I think it was second or final week there, where there's a lot of car flip. There's also a lot of trajectory being kind of mispositioned, where there's a reflection of that grenade falling onto their own team, and miscommunication between the team where accidentally nade down your own teammates. I have to just remember those plays. Hopefully we can see more in the grand finals, but that's just something fun to watch alongside of a very serious game.
So if I'm evil with the circle, Chuchu's evil with car flips. There you go, guys. So you all know that right now. So I'm nice when it comes to like car flips. I'm like, okay, don't flip. But Chuchu's like, yay, let it flip. And of course, talking about car flips and car explosions, during the qualifiers as well, that 4-man explosion in the car happened in Miramar. So there you go.
That was a qualifiers for Singaporeans. We won't be looking that much these days for that kind of explosion ever, but somebody actually mentioned kind of interesting comment there. If only, I think it was Muhammad Daniel, if I'm not mistaken, the name just now. We have to Muhammad Daniel. Yeah. If there's a Shroud, it would be really awesome. I wonder if Shroud is actually Malaysian, which I don't think he is. But maybe we will have one mini Shroud coming up from Prodigy here, especially the top fraggers. Will be Yuhai again for this grand finals. Will Stewart deny that we've seen him almost topping off the chart. Get himself probably, if he got over the last game, maybe on the 20-ish kill already.
That's possible. Okay, I don't know whether he gets 20 kills already or not. Maybe not, because at least from the last stats, we did see eye shots only, but we don't see the rest of Team Secret. So maybe not yet. But he could be knocking on the door, but I don't think so yet. But of course, it's interesting that he's compared to Shroud by Chuchu. Wow, Chuchu really plays Yuhai really high. But then again, of course, a lot of respect to Yuhai being a young talent, and he's gaining experience as he goes along with his tournament, and of course with his brothers as well. So that will definitely benefit him in the long run as he grows his career as a professional esports athlete. But ladies and gentlemen, of course, without further ado, you all are nervous, we are nervous as well. We will jump straight into the map, and again, this is Miramar, and just look at this, the entire map on the graphic in the background, beautifully displayed by our very own production team.
Now Secret Motto will be the featured player as well. X-Arm for Tara. I got here by Team No Recoil and XPERT saying on the side of XPERT MY. Look at that total kills. This is for the grand final stats only. And these guys are not stepping down when it comes to fight. But before that, we're gonna have to wait and see if it's gonna be a lot of fight for a very big map. That fight path is really beautiful when it comes to having it stable for both sides of the map there. And speaking of which, yeah, he was the most highest fragger in the tournament. So that's why I questioned for the grand finals as well. And I'm not being biased, whatever. That's just a fact. But about this flight path, it cutting across Lost Illness. So can Bapak secure this one out? Because the drop point kind of helped them in the first early stages of the game. But speaking of which, we're waiting for the circle to be dropped for its judgment on these players here. If it's really favorite by the, yep, there you go. Right smack, very stable, very centralized, but already hit 3 fires. Preemptive strikes there coming up from the teams, trying to knock people down the moment they landed. Some even on still parachute hovering. Already got a lot of pressure on the side of St. Martin, if I'm not mistaken, which will be occupied by Team Secret.
So the flight path was beautiful, Chuchu?
It was beautiful. Even the circle just now, very centralized. Everything is just fair enough for all the players to reach wherever they want to go. And even the circle will give them enough time to rotate in if they want.
Oh, you mean beautiful like you, right? Oh, gotcha! Yes, finally I can pull that off. Yes. Okay, I'm so happy I could pull that off right now. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, no, we did not rehearse this. I was waiting for the moment. And there you go. Chuchu is like face palming right now. If only we have caster cam right now. Okay, but then again, maybe Chuchu's jumping up and down like, yay, I got a beautiful, yay.
No.
Okay, it's like, okay, how do I respond to that now? But anyways, now getting over to the game, of course, Bapak Ah as well as Six, Bapak Ah from Six as well as Apu, they are in the same compound right here, but pretty much, let's see, 60 is all alone so far as we can see on screen, but Apo have a couple of team members, and this is a huge compound as we can see here. Multiple layers of structure that you can, tons of loot here definitely, but multiple layers of structure so your team can be far away from you, so there's a risk of getting knocked out. But then again, it is still the early of the game, so it's still okay by now. But if you reach towards the later stage of the game, if the circle happen to fall there, then it can get a little bit tricky if you want to go through the maze of the structures.
And Last Survivor just going over around Chumasera, which the first week back then on the league, everybody trying to fight over Chumasera, but this time it's kind of a different state or different story here. Last Survivor will be the only team that occupying Chumasera, while the rest of them are having their own respective drop points these days. Lost Zone is occupied by none other than Bapak Ah, and that circle really close to them. If I'm not mistaken, is Raminas Generalis or even Lebedita at this point, because they are actually at the outer rim. Not really close to that outer rim, but kind of right in the middle of the circle too. Dingoz, on the other hand, hovering around this area as well, and they don't have any problem so far to just get themselves the loot that they need for the first couple of phases. We're talking about first phase in a very huge map. And this is Miramar, so nobody will pick a fight unless if they happen to share the same compound or the drop points. So Team No Recoil around Monte Nuevo, as always, will having no problem to get themselves all gears equipped, because Monte Nuevo is not that bad when it comes to looting. And well, there you go. The next circle will be the one that actually force people to go into the same direction. You do always drop on La Carrera, or if I'm not mistaken, most big maps, they would drop onto the northern side because there's not much contenders or contests when it comes to the northern side of the map, which is very intelligent to do so. You don't have to waste too much economy when you don't need to, it's not all fights you have to get involved in. You don't want to stick your nose into all the businesses that will actually scratch your nose quite a lot, and that will injure yourself by the end of it. So Yoodo Gank getting the rotation a bit later than everyone else and making sure they pick the right fight in the last minute. That's how they place usually.
Yeah, this is quite true. I don't know why teams don't really like to drop at the northern side. There are just a couple of teams who like to do that. But most teams, they like to drop, well, anything else than the northern side. So for the most part, northern side entry into the circle is better as compared to other areas, irregardless of map. So it's going to be interesting here. I wonder, is that a deliberate strategy not to drop at the northern side or not? But then again, well, these teams, we just need to ask them. But of course, a lot of focus onto the game right now. We are still complete alive. That means so far everyone has dropped at their originally planned points, and they do not have any challenges from other teams. So lots to loot for all these teams. So maybe, just maybe, high ground could possibly be that last area based on the circle as well. So we'll need to see how that circle goes. So there you go. Looking at this Geek Fam, again, huge compound for them, a lot to loot. So happy looting there. Looting simulator, sometimes I like to call it. And Chick, he is all alone. He is moving from area to area. Looks like he got his vehicle for his team, and he may pick up Appy. And oh, there you go. So Appy has his own buggy, but almost a flip there. That Choo Choo almost got excited, but okay, not yet, Choo Choo, not yet.
When you talk about the dropping points just now, they kind of remind me a lot of Survivor yesterday's game where they won themselves in Erangel. They won that game by swapping the last minute drop points, and they were forced to do so. They are not comfortable with what they actually have to do, because the first Erangel map yesterday where Dingoz won it, and the first day of grand finals kind of not getting themselves on that chicken dinner, and that uncomfortability that forced themselves to actually, desperate to get that fight or to get that rotation right for the team. Making yourself not in a comfort zone is actually one of the reasons why last Survivor got that. But now XPERT saying will be finished off by Axis MPX. They're Epic getting a free kill. They happen to force a fight. Axis, who happens to be charging into none of the XPERT MY compound here, getting that mini 14 kill. He's happy, and he is happy.
He is definitely happy that his name does rhyme there. I like it how Choo Choo does it. And now Dylan looks like he's trying to get a different angle here, but it's not easy for Dylan. He is way behind. Oh, Lord, just trying to sense out whether Axis is coming towards them, but looks like not for now. I believe Lord and Dylan, they are the only two ones in this warehouse. So a siege from Axis, a 4-team Axis is not good. Yes, they are passing by, but are they stopping? Oh, Oman is getting closer to Oman. Yes, he is stopping. Now they do know that Oman is scouting out. Now they do know Lord is there, but Oman taking lots of damage there. Lord taking a bit on himself as well. Oman managed to get away with murder here, drinking the energy drink for the side of Lord while they prep up, because it could be a siege from Axis MPX if they do know they have the numbers over their opponents.
Just now, Axis being really cheeky, going after flanks, and then also distract a lot of attention aside of XPERT MY. That vehicle location just big enough to expose the positioning by Aromi with a hollow scope there, going after B with just a lot of sprays and ammunition being wasted out, because that was not connected whatsoever. Didn't even clip B at that point. Level 3 of helmet, level 2 vest. They got themselves quite a stocked up loot on the side of Team Secret. Hopping from one compound and marching now down to graveyard. They making sure they are around there somewhere. Lebanida will be the centralizing area for this place. It's a very tricky terrain to play with that pet or crate in the middle, while the rest of the team will force themselves to go towards the same direction. We talk about 16 teams, only one player is not in the game. 63 players alive into a very smaller and smaller circle.
Yeah, indeed. And Yuhai, I think he wanted to test out whether he can blow out the fuel. But okay, obviously it doesn't. So there you go. That's your answer in case you all were wondering. And now Small Boy is in the crosshair of Yuhai. Yuhai can take the shot here, but can he land a nice headshot here just for our entertainment purpose as well? But looks like no headshots there from Yuhai, letting the side of Resurgence to go for now. Now Bigetron, previous Chicken Dinner winners, looks like they are making their rotations, grabbing whatever they can right now with a minivan here by Boyka. They like to play with the terrains, as we do know that not really on the high terrains, but they bumper car here, action happening.
Oh no, that
what just happened there?
Not great. Superman need to flip the car over, but at the same time, he doesn't have much time. We're looking at a lot of teams trying to engage again at ESG. I think they accidentally flipped and Bob car just now. I don't think he's that happy for ESG, but yep. Kevin Lee, do notice me. Senpai said Cloud. There's a lot of love for Cloud. Do drop your comment for Cloud. He's awesome. He's really nice. Even though sometimes, it can be a little bit, but yeah, that just leave me speechless. That's what's best about Cloud. We are more than happy to have you on the cast. So thank you, Cloud, for casting the grand finals. Day 2, we're going to have to hop on to day 3 tomorrow. But Dylan got punished quite hard there with a couple of taps connected onto power grid area. XPERT, they don't have that much cover to play with. They are right smack in the middle of open field, open desert, and really, really tough to get out from this.
Oh, such openness there. Of course, shout out to YKB on Yo Kev, Kevin Lee, who's actually in the chat here from H2O, ladies and gentlemen. Say hi to him as well. I know a lot of people love H2O, especially how they performed in that last week. And of course, Emma Jewel. Oh, asking for a shout out from Choo Choo. You want to do the honors here?
Oh, thank you guys. And that's really, really awesome. Kind of so much love. And Emma Jewel, that's really cool of you. And we can see the chat. You guys do drop your comments, or even if you want us to shout out for your favorite teams, we're more than happy to do so. Don't forget to hashtag PMPL. But that's a cute hunk coming up from Fredo Minivan. That minivan really is helpful when it comes to barricading yourself in case you need it to be one. But hopefully it won't land on to that, because if it's so, it means that he happens to be ambushed in an open field. You don't want to stuck in there. M16 on his side, while Fredo tried to cross air anybody, will be the victim for his pre-fires. Next one, Tara. Okay, Tara is one of the things we should mention here. They're like Dingoz, they're like Last Survivor. The same goes for the other teams that really, including ESG and XPERT MY, they are really, really sneaky when it comes to when they need to, and they always surprises us with, sometimes taking that clutch and even get suddenly high volume kills in one match.
Yeah, that's true actually. They could be one of those who surprise us, because we always talk about certain teams, but we don't really talk much about Tara. And as well, I think the fans sometimes overlook as well. Tara, Axis, these teams could be one of those who actually surprise us. So, well, we need to see hold our horses, because anything could be possible. Now, Bigetron got their first chicken dinner. We'll never know yet. Miramar could be someone new, could be someone who has gotten a chicken dinner. So we're yet to see. Of course, we are still 16 teams right now. Only one player, not too sure who, but only one player have been knocked out of this game. So still plenty to play for in this match. Bapak Ah still hanging on to this game, not yet eliminated as we have seen in the previous map. So they are getting into the circle this time, not bumping into another team,
which they're gonna be and will be very soon. After 5 seconds left here, we're talking about great migration, where almost like what's left here, 2 by 2 kilometers or a little bit more than that for the fourth circle. We're talking about where the shrink really happens on the fourth phase, which forces all the players to bump into each other, like it or not. With so many teams still inside of their game, everybody will be wiped up very quickly. We're gonna look at phase 4 with really crazy kill feed coming up here.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy, because the number of players, number of teams are still a lot here at this point. So expect lots of bloodbath again, as we have seen in a lot of games before this. Bloodbath is just everywhere, because all the teams are just so good. And now moving on to ESG, they are gatekeeping the side of Team No Recoil, but they could face visitors from Bapak Ah coming onto their flanks. Oh, now this is again like what we discussed yesterday, Choo Choo. If you're too focused on one team, other teams could third party in. Now Bapak Ah, they do know that someone's there with the gunfire happening, so they could be that one team. Another team is lurking as well, as we can see on the minimap. Now ESG Botas try to find a good angle, but Team No Recoil, they do have the high ground, so a little bit advantage for them on there, but the circle is neither on this team's side.
The moment he showed himself way too much in between two teams. You're talking about two teams here. There is ESG and also Bapak Ah in middle, and now he walks into Team Secret territory. This cannot get even worse. Team B caught himself in a really situation and tried to spray things out over Bapak Ah's side, but at the same time, it's not just Bapak Ah, we're talking about a guy. Bapak Ah have been just coming into the same time, getting that one particular explosion, but Team Secret want to steal it away. We're looking at ESG trying to get the kill still too. Agahe really need the help, but Stewart overexposed himself. The one shot, one tap, one knock from 6 and board there. That was really, really long shot, and that was on top of that headshot too. That clipped a lot and shredded their helmet, I swear to God. But down to Bapak Ah, they have to climb down from this higher ground, because the blue is closing in 50 seconds and they will not have any rest within this 50 seconds. Yuhan trying to get the kills over here, snatch it away under the nose of Bapak Ah. At the same time, UB managed to get one on Team B. Geek Fam finished off by Blazo and Zali from Bigetron as well. Knocked down. ESG, there's so many players playing outside of the circle against the zone. It's never a good decision. The MVP in the game, you cannot just deny it. It's the blue all the way, but you are taking the painkillers now. They don't want to waste any more time playing inside of this zone, where if they're not moving fast enough, they were caught up in a situation where the rest of the team are struggling right now and tanking the blue.
And looks like the first team to bow out of this round looks like it's Team No Recoil. So, man, it's just not looking good for them. They still need those points to still hope to still widen the gap and hopefully clinch that top 3 spot. But yep, they will still have games to come back. They are still in okay position, but they can't be too complacent, as we always been saying. And now moving over to Bapak Ah, they're making the rotation in, but looks like they are close with N.E.D Brotherhood, another firepower team here that we have seen throughout this grand final. Now 6 taking a lot of damage. They're down to 20% of life. He will get down off his vehicle, try to find cover, and first aid kit will be popped up. But then again, the pixel shot could get him because he's in between the vehicles. That little bit of a gap there could make a big difference. Now Atai 10k looks like he managed to get a snipe out long range, and he has a ghillie suit on his side. Trouble 360 as well. Bart looks like he's taking a lot of damage at the same time. Jenny as well. 360 is still alive though, but he wants to save his teammate, but it's not going to be easy. Samzi will finish off Bart, and now Jenny is in trouble. Not looking good for Bapak Ah again.
The rest of N.E.D Brotherhood try to reposition themselves in a better position to get themselves that visualization they need. They are gatekeeping Bapak Ah here. Try to force themselves to stay outside of the circle for the next couple of seconds, which they will force to themselves into this. They have to pass none other than N.E.D Brotherhood, or they can take a longer route. At the same time, looking at Geek Fam trying to take advantage. Jenny is really low. EVOS VIP, what happened just now? They lost one man with that. Falling off from the vehicle. Apparently FV and EVOS is going a go as well, getting a go. Resurgence taking down on EVOS at the same time. Team Secret were forced to fight here against 4 people of Dingoz. And on the side of the compound, we have one more team who wants to buck in Bigetron. Want to gatekeep the circle at the same time being the third party here. We're looking at Rocky stay quiet and slow as he can. While on the same time, there's also ESG hovering their vision over Dingoz and Team Secret. Now back to Bapak Ah versus N.E.D Brotherhood. It's not over yet so far.
Not over yet, because if they want to get into the circle, they need to get through N.E.D Brotherhood, and N.E.D Brotherhood is gatekeeping this. And it's an open road between them. So it's either they take those kills before they get in, or there's no choice of being free kills as they cross the road. So it's going to be really, really tough there for the side of Bapak Ah. But now it's not going to be easy as well for the side of Dingoz, because Team Secret is in front of them. Behind them is Bigetron though, so anything could happen here. We could see a third party possibly happen, but look at this. Rocky looks like he has been eliminated, and Bigetron have been eliminated from this round. Now the circle only favors Axis MPX somehow, but no other teams. FV is close by. They may get a free pass into the circle, but then again they need to fend off possibly Axis MPX, who's right smack in the middle. Now Tara, I'm taking lots of damage there, and then explosion! Amazing explosion. Managed to knock down a lot from the side of Tara, and now Axis MPX, they will need to reset themselves quickly before the onslaught starts.
It's already started season phase 4. Unstoppable for most of these kills out there. And now Axis MP has got themselves this circle. Can they withstand, and can they hold on to this position? We're talking about 12 teams still inside of the game. There's a lot of explosion all over the map, while Lyrian hovering around with a mini 14. But he got one shot, one kill coming out from Axis MPX. That was incredible.
Oh man, that was an almost, oh man, that was a crazy shot there. Oh man, from that angle, from that little bit of a view, oh man, that is nuts, man. So now Team Secret, they still have 3 team members. Yuhai is out of this game. Now iShot needs help as well. As you can see, iShot is going to finish up. Now it's only Matoy and Biu, the 2 big bros of Team Secret. Biu will pop out his first AK. Matoy, they will continue to use this terrain for their protection. They are someone in the circle, so they are still okay, but they need to fend off a number of teams are actually incoming here. We do see on the mini map here, they are closing in onto the side of Team Secret. They want Team Secret out right here because they need to do that. Kuza have been taken out by Grim. From one angle, Team Secret have FV to tank. And now Biu with the smokes. Try to find a good angle, but not going to be easy to see anything through that smoke.
EVOS very got themselves at top 10 while looking at Biu have been trying to hold on to so many angles, so many shots coming out for them, every direction possible. While Yoodo Gank just having a great time taking after one team. ESG and also another team, Geek Fam, is in their hands. Resurgence Small Boy, he doesn't have any healing except for band-aids, tossing that smoke, but it will be finished up from a very long shot there coming out from FV. Also, Resurgence taking that one there. Dingoz taking the kills there. Axis was a really cool shot. On the side of this, Bapak Ah fallen from the gray. Silprolan showing his fangs this time. We're talking about the top 6 teams, and Silprolan is the only sole survivor onto that buggy. He needs to position himself way better because we've seen the blue try to clip all actions, take him down. He walked into another graveyard here. We're talking about Nukes from the back getting the shots while Yoodo Gank hovering around trying to see if there's any team they can take out at this time with only covers with smoke and a little bit of terrain to play with. Yoodo Gank having all 4 men still up, while the rest of the team, couple of them kind of have only 2 members left, while Axis MPX is one of the team going full aggressive this time.
Oh, Yoodo Gank, they do have the numbers, but they don't have the circle on their side. So it's going to be tough for them. Look at this. Team Secret, they need to cross in. But then again, it's an open road for Team Secret. This is going to be tough for them. They do have a buggy, though. They can try to make a go for it. But then again, the Dingoz have eyes on Team Secret. So it's not going to be easy for them to cross this road. The road of death, as we can call it. Yoodo Gank still with 14 members. And Mato managed to knock out Sad. And that could be their ticket onto the other side. And now Drax managed to take out Ikuda. And now Drax trying to go for the flank on the side of Axis MPX, but trying to see where the team members are. But it's not going to be easy with the terrain not on their side. It looks like Axis MPX have been finished off by Yoodo Gank, ladies and gentlemen. And now they are in pole position because they do have 4 team members still intact. And now Matoy as well as Biu, they managed to get their way onto the other side of the road.
Right, smart again. The king of Miramar did knock Biu down. Now their slap is just Matoy. They only have 2 members on the side of Team Secret. Walking in, try to rush things out. Misa try to beat the frag and finish off Biu, and now that's down only to Matoy. We're down to top 4 teams here. Will Matoy place Team Secret on 4th place, or can he hold on much longer than this? While Yoodo taking the fights wherever and whenever they can here. Taking almost all the players out. They're having a great time with the circle being hawked by them so far. I mean, Generals is really a hot spot now. All the team try to squeeze whatever they can and whatever they have to go into where Yoodo is right now. Yoodo just really unstoppable. 4 of them getting that long shot, doing all the work here, and keep on getting that kill bit on that side. Look at that kill bit. It's just Yoodo all the way.
Oh man, Yoodo is still dominating this with the numbers. The Dingoz cannot get out of this. And looks like one of them will go out. And now Mesa is the only one left for the Dingoz. And now they have the Dingoz and they have FV to deal with. The airdrop just had to drop right in the middle of all these teams. Just trolling everyone here. And looks like FV will be eliminated. We are now down to the top 2 teams. And now Yoodo Gank, they will make a rush for it. This could be the moment. It is 4 on 1. They will end this. Mesa try to hang on. Candy Clutch are wonderful, but it's not going to be easy there. Maso, now everyone on the side of Maso. Fado play out the grenade, and there you go. Winner, chicken dinner. 41 and only Yoodo Gank.
They had it on the face onward. They got themselves right smack where the circle will be till the last minute there. We're talking about getting the high ground, getting the visualization, a wide field of vision there for the side of Yoodo Gank. That was really a solid win coming up from them, which means they got themselves 2 chicken dinner in 2 days now, catching up to Team Secrets on ranking number 1 so far. But nevertheless, Team Secret still managed to get themselves at top 5. Will they take down Team Secret down that ladder, or will Team Secret still maintain number 1? At the same time, a couple of teams rising up from the dead there. We're talking about Axis and PX. Long shots